Incredibly popular and good software. KidPix, again, incredibly popular software coming back to the Mac. Some fantastic reading software, the Read a Rabbit series, as well as some other reading software that's terrific. And some math and some history software. Again, edutainment and educational coming back to the Mac. Also some terrific games. So I think we've got a tremendous complement of stuff from some tremendous developers coming back in these areas. And again, this is like 20% of what's been announced in the last 63 days. But in addition to software delivered on CD-ROMs, there's also been a lot of online software that has been introduced. And we want to highlight one today that we're super excited about, a company that I've had a long partnership through my association with Pixar, which is the Walt Disney Company. And Disney's doing some fantastic stuff, and one of the coolest things they're doing is Blast Online. And it is my pleasure right now to introduce Richard Wolpert, the president of Disney Online, to announce what they're planning on doing with us on the iMac. Richard? Thank you.
How you guys doing? I always feel like a little bit of a rock star. I want to say, good morning, New York! Steve talks about people coming back to the Mac, and for me, this is an exciting day for a couple reasons. And one of them is I actually started my career at Apple in 1985, and I was going through one of my old boxes of stuff over the weekend. You guys aren't going to be able to see it, but I actually found, I don't know if it's legal that I kept this, Steve, but I found my employee badge from 1985, and there it is. And I realized two things when I looked at this. One was Apple really has been a part of my life. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And the other is I've aged a lot in 14 years. So two people that I know looked at this morning and said, is that you? You know, Apple really has been part of my life. I had a software company for several years called After Hours Software, which specialized in Macintosh software. Probably more important than that, I actually met my wife at Apple. She was an employee at Apple as well. We've been married for 6 years, and she's due with my second daughter in about 2 weeks. So I'd like to give my wife a hand for letting me come to this show. The other reason I'm excited today, well, one reason, I saw Sinbad in the audience, and that's exciting for me right there. Hi, Sinbad. How you doing? All right. So that was exciting. I'm doing a demo for Sinbad. That's pretty cool. What's that? Okay, we'll talk later, Sinbad. My people will call your people. I have some people they'll call you. We'll do a breakfast. Gregory Hines, we're doing a musical. It's going to be funny. We'll have Hines and Sinbad. It's going to be great. So, the other reason I'm excited today is we are announcing today the launch of Disney Blast for Macintosh. It is available today as a beta for free to anybody who wants to go to it. It's available at www.disneyblast.com. If you want to get straight to the Mac sign up, you just do a /Mac at the end of that. And it's something we've been working really hard on, especially in the last several months. We've had a lot of great help from Steve and his team to bring what we've wanted to bring in terms of a great internet experience for kids to the Macintosh. Just talk about Disney Blast for a second, and then I'll go into a demo. Disney Blast is really, in our opinion, the definitive online service for kids. It not only has great online content, but it's a great community experience for children and their parents and friends. We have great parental control software included, so parents can control who the kid is communicating with and not communicating with. And probably most importantly, we feel like we're really taking advantage of the internet by having kids participate not just in looking at the content, but creating the content and being involved in directing the content. So with that, I'm going to turn around and do the demo myself. It's a union thing. I'm not allowed to have any help. And I was going to start my demo with a big file copy, but I'm going to skip that part. So hopefully I look good from the backside. I haven't been working out quite as much as I used to, but So this is Disney Blast, and one of the nice things about Disney Blast is it changes literally every day. We have different live events with characters and chats with kids every single day. And Disney, as I'm sure you all know, has a big focus right now on Mulan. So there's a lot of Mulan content on the site right now. We have another movie coming out, the Bugs Life movie. In a few months, there'll be a lot of that content on. And Blast itself, and I think we're missing sound. So if somebody, there we go. Blast itself is broken into a variety of different areas. We have comics, games, Scoop, which is actually made up of a lot of kid reporters who contribute. We have a special section this month with Mulan, Blast Junior, which is educational for young kids, and then Studio Blast with effectively online print kits and activities. And I want you guys to keep in mind as I go into some of this content, this is using IE, and I think this is what I'm supposed to say. IE is my browser of choice. Did I do that right? Was that good? All right. And this is all in the browser. So what you're about to see is a lot of really rich multimedia content that we spent a lot of time creating that's in the browser using the standard types of plugins that you're familiar with. We use Flash and Shockwave Director a lot. We use some Java. And this is an example of a Mulan comic that Blast Junior, the Disney Blast product overall, is meant for 3 to 12-year-olds, which is really the core Disney audience. And there's some sound instructions on this one. So this one is effectively like that game, if you guys remember from a long time ago, Simon, where there's a pattern that you have to recognize. So you click play.
Follow Goofy. He'll show you the way.
So Goofy's going to show you the way. So first I got to click on the drum, and I click on the drum. Goofy gives me the big, all right, you got it. And then he's got the drum and the cymbals, and if I mess it up and get the tuba, no, and they'll repeat the instructions. So the point here is in the Blast Junior area, which is aimed at the 3 to 5-year-olds, we do have entertainment, but it's much more focused on early learning. And that's an example of something we have in there. The events calendar is really important for showing the live events nature of what we do. Every Friday we have chats with characters. So here's a chat with Rabbit from Pooh. Yesterday we had Nintendo chat, chat with your D-Pal.